welcome back to
Welcome back.
2020 Vision.
Welcome back to 2020.
And Gag, here's some coffee.
Yeah, man, me too. But I'm glad I found my teas because I was literally searching. I don't know if you were wondering, Hector, but I was like literally searching for like I'll say 5 to 10 minutes for teas that I placed on the top of my car.
So you left like your bottle of iced tea on your car.
Yeah, it was like on my dashboard. So basically, my dashboard has a weird corner to it. It has a weird corner to it that it's like a blind spot.
They apparently use a high drink sometimes.
Correct. So
sounds useful.
I had 2 drinks there, and I'm like, damn, I might as well drink both drinks then.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So if you haven't already familiar with who we are, I'm Hector the Animator, also known as Hector Perez, host of Homemade with the Animator, and to my left is
Slick from Slick Speaks.
It's my right.
Slick from Slick Speaks.
Okay, honestly, I don't understand. If you can make an R with your left hand and R with your right hand, how do you know which one's your left and right?
I don't know. I just know I was either do a peace sign or like something like this. I don't know.
Anywho, confusion of over which left and right side.
Yeah.
This one. We are now in the third month of October. It's finally actually getting nice outside.
Yeah, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. Oh my gosh, I feel
You're wearing a sweatshirt. You're not sweating.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. Winter in Florida are amazing, guys.
And surprisingly, I think this might be this might actually be a good week.
Sorry, but I'm thinking that too because like hopefully the only best thing like that can sweeten up this week is snow.
That's not going to snow in Florida.
You don't know. There's a lot of things that happened this year that we didn't expect.
Do you really want it to snow in Florida?
I say a light flurry would be nice. A light flurry. I think people would like it. It'll look very angelic.
In Florida, of all places.
I mean, the alligators would probably think... No, the alligators would be still because it'll be too cold. But I'll say the birds will like it. Nice flurries.
I don't know. I'm trying to go over the few bits and pieces of biology that I remember, and I'm not entirely sure if like perennial birds actually like cold weather because that's kind of why they migrate.
True, but like just one day that's 65, and then everybody sees like light flurries from like the cars and whatnot. It kind of looks like I'll say New York in some places, and in other places it looks like the outskirts of I'll say Massachusetts.
And I've never been to Massachusetts, so I'll take your word for it. But no, I kind of get it. It's one of the few nice things about living here in Florida. At the very least, 65 is nice outside. It's nice outside. It's one of the few times where you can actually choose to wear a jacket, as opposed to just don't wear a jacket, unless you're one of those masochists who just want to look trendy even though it's blazing hot outside.
Oh yeah, another one of those because I couldn't do it. Like I know if it was gonna be really really blazing today, I couldn't do this jacket. Hopefully it stays like this throughout the whole day. But I know Florida weather. It's gonna be like 90 at 12.
It's gonna rain.
Oh. So I grab a jacket for a good reason, guys. So
hooray! Hindsight.
No, seriously, because I really thought it was just gonna be like a nice, calm, low, overcast type day that I can wear a jacket. I hate blazing days where I wear jackets. I can't do it.
It's South Florida, but either way, supposedly good things. I actually found a place that sells the pumpkins you use to make pumpkin pie with.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no. The funny thing is, they're not very big. They're about this big.
Mm-hmm. I just want to find a place. If anybody or like any place, any person from 2020 that is watching 2020, I have to say I have to find a place that sells apple cider donuts.
I have no idea where to get that. I have no where to
I'm still looking for them. When I find them, I'm gonna tell you guys.
I don't know. I know this. Okay, I do actually know a local donut place. I don't know if they have the apple cider donuts though.
No, like they have to do them because apple cider or like the way they make those donuts, it's only in season. They won't make it year round.
You need
right now.
You need like actual legit apple cider.
Correct. Like right now, like I remember this farm that I used to go to. Basically, it had a maze and everything, but This farm, I think I went back to it like I say 2.5 years, or I can't say I can't say 2.5, but I say 2 years. I just kept going back because the donuts are they're amazing, and and they make them right in front of you. So it's like
they're the best donuts you can ask for.
I would say like on the top tier of donut delicacies, I think it's scraping number one for me.
Well, what's the other thing? What's the other thing right next? That's
right next to it.
Yeah.
Oh, so.
I mean, if we're gonna talk, we already.
My next one, it has to be because it's not because of the taste. So don't judge me on it. It's just because like I always loved this donut, and it's not because I moved up to Boston. I always loved this donut, but you have to make it the correct way, a Boston cream.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. You're from Massachusetts. I think they actually know how to make Boston cream the Bostonian way.
Yes, but some of them do microwave it, and I hate those nasty Boston cream.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, like it's nasty. Like the cream doesn't evenly go through the donut.
Again, that's like another list of episodes. That's like another small list of episodes I need to do eventually.
Yeah, really? For cooking with the animator?
Well, it's homemade with the animator.
I mean.
But yeah, you're
right.
But you're right.
Sorry.
But you're right. But you're right. Planning out what to do without it.
Because I would want to know how to make up my own Boston cream. Because
I know how to make custard though. I don't know if that's the same process though.
I think it probably is. It's just you probably just have a custard feeling to it. It's just like how to evenly disperse the cream instead of having one side cream and one side dry or one side this way. And it's just weird. But if you find that right Boston cream, and everybody knows, you find that right Boston cream donut, delicious.
Right. Well, moving past donuts. I guess we might as well just talk about the one thing you were very excited. You were very excited, or the opposite of excited. Anti-hype, I think.
What?
Anti-hyped about.
What was it?
So the Miami Heat's not going to the finals.
I mean, they lost. Okay.
Again?
No, not again. They didn't win the championship. This was the last series of
I don't know.
of basketball. Like for the people that just like Hector, that I'll say, I think I have to inform Hector about sports because I don't think you watch sports like I.
Sports. Okay, here's my thing about sports. Maybe it's because part of my brain that never fully developed, but sports are kind of boring to me if I'm not actively playing. And there's only one actual exception to that, and that's mostly just boxing.
I can agree with you on boxing.
I've done boxing. The only thing I've taken away from any of my lessons is how to take a punch.
True, but like for games, like I would say,
but team sports, I don't know. I don't know. Watching
it all depends on the stakes.
Well, what stakes?
Of the game?
What stakes? Okay.
Sometimes.
What is it like the ancient Aztec? What is it like the ancient Aztec? What is it like?
It's like gladiators battling each other, but the stakes of it is like basically like what is this game for? Like if it's like a dummy game, like I wouldn't tell you to watch a Jets game or anything. I would tell you to watch games like something that's very pertinent, probably a division rivals
okay,
game.
But explain to me what exactly is the stakes between one group of people who are getting paid a lot of money to kick around a ball and another group of people who are also getting paid possibly more or less the same amount as the other guys to do the exact same thing?
Because depending on like who has
what
like
what do they win? Who gets to carry the match?
I can't say bragging rights, but like for right now, being that LeBron did won, he actually won. I'll say the respect. I can't say my respect, but like I really like he clearly asked for his respect in front of like I'll say millions of people, that were watching.
Well, it's hard not to get respect. I mean, the guy's already good at playing a game.
That's what I'm saying.
Most people who do play are not that good.
But some people disrespect him, even though they haven't even touched the court before. They disrespect him because they feel as though that he's a crybaby. He doesn't deserve them. He's a wimp. He goes on strong teams or he makes strong teams. So they never really respected LeBron the same way LeBron sees people, because I think he sees people at eye level, so he never like disrespect anybody, knowing that he is a good basketball player. And even other basketball players, he doesn't really disrespect them like that. But the people that barely even play basketball or play basketball with him or play basketball on the opposing team tend to disrespect him because they feel as though that he doesn't really need to be at the stature, like, because people call him King James. They really feel like he doesn't deserve that title, or they call him GOAT. They realize he doesn't deserve that greatest of all time title.
He doesn't deserve to be a GOAT.
Yeah. No, greatest of all time. That's acronym. Greatest of all time is GOAT. So that GOAT title.
Is that okay? Is that just one? It's just is this just
that
one
goes universal for any sport. GOAT.
Is that what they're gonna call it now?
That's what they call people.
So in other words, you
greatest of all time.
So in other words, you win. You do everything. They go on the field. They go on the field. They grab their sticks. They do everything to get the puck inside the net, just so they have the ability to turn into a GOAT.
Like the day after they won the championship, I forgot who it was. It was Shannon Sharp. He brought an actual GOAT with LeBron jersey on it, and he said, "This is LeBron. This is LeBron." What is it? That GOAT is an acronym, but I mean, it's a coincidence that's the acronym for greatest of all time.
I get it, but I guess it's kind of one of the other sports I enjoy watching besides two people beating each other up is probably pro wrestling. So people pretending to beat each other up for the fun of it. So I guess it's sort of the equivalent of getting the belt.
Yeah, like 2 belts, like being very cocky. Like
I got the WrestleMania belt, and I got the championship belt, and I got the Mr. Money in the Bank.
I'll say the equivalent, like if you do watch boxing, for like what LeBron James went through, or sort of kind of went through, is like, Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
And when Anthony Joshua lost both of his belts. And then that year before he won them back, they was really saying, oh, he really never really deserved the belts. He's really not that big of a fighter. How does he lose his belt against this guy? Guy.
Well, stuff happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Again, part of the reason I like watching boxing is because sometimes that's just it.
No, but people don't see it that way. Spectators don't see it that way. I judge every sport like I would judge unbiasedly. Like while I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, that was a good play. Even though it's on my team, I'm like, that's a good play. There's no need for me to get salty for it. But some people feel as though.
But that's okay, and I think that's where my disconnect is people don't just like sports; they get upset about sports.
They get too emotional. They're supposed to be watching unbiasedly. Because in all actuality, they can't do the same thing that I would say Anthony Joshua would do and win 2 titles back.
It's not even that they came and do the same thing. It's that the stakes are more for them. It's their stakes. It's their story.
Correct.
You are the viewer.
But some people adopt their story.
And I imagine that's what the best athletes do. It's that it lets the people watching feel like they're right there, that their stakes are also theirs. Their stakes are also there. They too get to be a GOAT if he manages to become the GOAT.
No. I like how you say that. No, but that's like the title everybody's going for. That GOAT title, that I'm surprised you haven't heard it. Like,
no, I've heard of it.
Yeah,
I've heard of it. Also, but it's one of those things that it's kind of like yeet. Conceptually, I understand what you're going for, but at the same time, the phrase "toss" already exists.
Correct.
There's already the titles like champion, like most valuable
MVP.
most valuable player. But apparently, none of those titles are good enough, so you went for an acronym.
Yeah.
For GOAT.
Greatest of all.
So what's next? So my only question is, what comes after GOAT?
I don't know. Bird. I don't know.
What bird?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like if they're going for GOAT, they can really use heron. They can use alligator. They can make an acronym out of alligator.
I don't know. How do you do it, Kevin?
I don't even know, man. You have to find words for it.
Let's say all little league.
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just saying animals because I'm like it really doesn't. You can really just say he's a good player. Like he's a great player.
He's a great player. He's a champion.
He's a one of one player.
He's a champion. He's unique. He's a champion. He's one of a kind.
Like even the players that I grew up with watching, They never really called themselves
And-
GOAT.
And considering your age bracket, the greatest of all time would have been Michael Jordan.
No, most definitely. But for me, he wasn't. The greatest of all time for me was Allen Iverson.
Ah,
Even though he
that's it.
didn't win a championship. Like, I look at, I can't say I look at backstories because I really don't want to delve into the players. But, like, the animosity that Allen Iverson faced in the league, being that they think he was depicting the wrong image, but he was really a good player to the point that, you know, he went through a lot of strife being a good player and being that he had a lot of court cases that he was not supposed to go to. He was kind of falsely
Accused.
looked at in the wrong light. Yeah, no, seriously. He was falsely accused since high school that followed him through college and that followed him through the NBA. Because right when you have that asterisk by your name, like if you do have Netflix, I'll say watch the Allen Iverson documentary. Like they literally asterisked him to the point that people thought that he was a troublemaker, and he really wasn't. He was really just a good player, but wasn't well recognized because people felt like he never wanted to follow the rules, kind of like the rebellious child. But yet he was an amazing player. Broke records, broke assist records, broke points records. Actually faced the Lakers, but he did terrible. Then he faced the Lakers in 2001 and lost by 5. No, lost in 5. He won 1 game.
Oh.
But he won the first game up against the Lakers because Lakers never really thought that Allen Iverson could have done it. Or, like, nobody really thought that the Sixers would have won against the Lakers. But, you know, they found an answer after game 2, 3, and 4, 5 to actually stop him because he was the only player that was the good player. Like, he was dropping, I'll say, at least 30-plus a night.
I know, and you know what? And you put it like that. It actually does sound like a reasonable.
But he never called himself GOAT, though.
Oh, why would he call himself? It was like I said, it was the early 2000s, or
Yeah.
late 90s. Why
Yeah.
GOAT was not applicable to anything except for the animal. Well, and other things that we're not allowed to say on the air because there might be children watching.
True, but it's just like a lot of people don't respect people like a LeBron James or like a Allen Iverson because they feel like they can do more, but yet the person that's criticizing them haven't done, like, I'll say half the things that they did.
I know, and I get it. It's not their story. You did not. Yeah, you did not have to go through half the things that Allen Iverson had to do.
Most
to do
correct.
just to get the criticism.
Correct.
And I guess, and unfortunately, as interesting as it would be to kind of get better understanding why people like sports. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time, and we have another show right behind us. So
Most definitely.
So closing thoughts.
Closing thought, I would just say, remember where you put your drink because you will be searching for it for the next 10 minutes. And always check the last place you would look.
In my case, apparently sports is a lot more involved for the viewer than I realized. But then again, since I'm so used to reading works of fiction and being involved in works of fiction, I guess it's a little hard for me to understand. But I can sit. But you know what? Listening to the Allen Iverson story coming from Slick over here. It actually does sound like a very impressive, like a very good story. And
Yeah.
a good reason to watch the game and root for Allen Iverson.
Yes.
So this is Hector Perez from Homemade with Animator, and
Slick from Slick Speaks, guys.
this has been 2020 Vision. See you next time.